What's up, guys? Welcome to the Ragin Cajun channel. I'm so excited about this channel. So I figured we'd get right into it with our first video, and and the topic will be Ford versus Chevy. This is a topic that I love, absolutely love to discuss. So first thing is that I know the first thing y'all are wondering is, well, which one are you, Ford or Chevy? Well, guys, I'm Ford. All right, through and through. And I'm going to tell you why. I've owned both vehicles. Now, I've owned mostly Fords my whole life. My dad is a die-hard Ford guy, as am I. And I know y'all are probably wondering, what kind of truck do I drive? Well, I'm in business for myself, like I said in the welcome video. I'm in the heating and air conditioning business, and my heating and air truck that I drive every day for work is a 2014 F-250. It's not a diesel. I went with the gas burner, the 6.0 V8. It's a beast. It'll, you know, it's got plenty of power. It'll pull anything you put behind it. But my personal truck, I guess you'd call it, you know, or non-company truck, is a 2011 Ford F-150 with the EcoBoost. Yeah, that's right, the EcoBoost. That EcoBoost is a beast, man. I mean, Chevy and Dodge have, like, their half-ton trucks have no comparison to this EcoBoost. This EcoBoost is unbelievable. I mean, I can pull anything I want to. This thing, I can outrun Chevys, outrun Dodges with it, okay? Of course, that's if they're stock, you know. But, because mine's completely stock. I don't have any stuff in it. But anyway, guys, here's the thing. I'm going to be real. I'm not going to, you know, a lot of people, this topic is always debated by, you know, just I'm Chevy, I'm Ford. Well, let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you my experience, and I'm going to tell you the truth. Before I owned the EcoBoost, I had owned a couple other Fords, and I wanted to try something new, so I bought a Chevy Z71 06 model. Good truck. Had the 5.3 Vortec in it. Had plenty of power. But when you put a trailer on it, squat. And you knew the trailer was there. It had a hard time pulling it. Here's my thing. Chevrolet makes really good looking trucks. Chevy and GM. They really do. Ford is also making a good looking truck, in my opinion. Dodge even makes a pretty good looking truck. But now, Chevrolet, as long as you're not pulling anything, they're great, you know. But when you want pulling power and you want to pull something, that's where Ford comes into play. Ford is a workhorse. Chevrolet is not. When you latch on to a trailer with Chevrolet, you're going to know it's there. Now, when I latch onto a trailer with my F-250 work truck, I have a big closed-in trailer. You can't even tell it's there. And it's usually loaded down with air conditioning equipment when I go to a job. You can't even tell it's there. I've even pulled it with the EcoBoost. Can't tell it's there with either truck. Now, I don't have a Chevy anymore, but, you know, I do know that the Chevy I had, when I would pull loads with the Chevy that I did have, it struggled. I have a cousin that owned a GMC pickup truck, I think like a 08 or a 09 model. And he was pulling his bass boat to Toledo Bend to go camping. And he was driving about 75 miles an hour on the interstate. And the GMC just couldn't handle the load. I mean, the truck wanted to sway and all kind of stuff. And this is my cousin's husband, and my cousin, she was in the truck with him, and she was she was so scared she started crying because the truck was moving around so much. So he sold it. He was a Chevy guy all his life, and me and a few of the other family members like, dude, I'm telling you, get you a Ford. So he bought him a Ford EcoBoost, and he said, problem is solved. Guys, there's just no comparison. You know, I know there's a lot of diehard Chevy guys out there, and that's great, but there's no comparison when it comes to Ford and Chevy. Fords are built tougher. Just if you put a Chevy and a Ford side by side and just look at them real good, you can see how much more tougher and sturdier and just everything about the Ford just is heavier. Chevys are just puny and they sit low to the ground. And I mean, a two-wheel drive Ford sits up higher than a Chevy Z71, you know? And when you put a load on a Chevrolet, they squat. So, now, as far as the heavy duties go, the Ford 7.3 Power Stroke was the best diesel that was ever made. And the 5.9 Cummins. The Duramax and Allison transmission combo is a really good setup in my opinion. But again, it's a Chevy truck. You know, you got to look at more than just the engine and the transmission. You got to look at the truck. I was really nervous about Ford building their own diesel, which is the new 6.7 Power Stroke. But I know a couple guys that have them. My mother-in-law has one, and I've rode in it, and it seems like a real solid engine. It has a lot of power. But and I have an uncle that has the Duramax, and like he said, he's got plenty of power, but when he puts a load on it, the truck squats, and he pulls heavy loads. The Dodge, they have the Cummins. Cummins is a great engine, but it's a Dodge. You know, Dodge trucks they're Dodges. It's not the greatest truck in the world. So that's my feelings on Ford versus Chevy. I mean, and I want to give a shout out to Emery King. Whether he'll see this video or not, I don't know. Dude, I'm diehard Ford, but I am a huge fan of yours, man. I love your Chevy Silverado video and your Colorado video and the Dirty Max. I love all your videos, man. You have a great channel. I love it. But and I just think it's hilarious. I really do. I mean, I'm not mad at you at all for dogging Ford. You know, I mean, videos are hilarious. But unfortunately, Ford is a better truck. You know, it really is. When it all comes down to it, Ford doesn't let nobody outdo them. I mean, with this EcoBoost and it's getting great fuel mileage, and it's a V6, and it's got more power than V8s. It's got more power than their own V8s. Ford has now eliminated the Econoline van, and they have the Ford Transits now, the big tall vans, and they have EcoBoost in them. Great for a working man. Great fuel mileage. I know this is going to be a great topic for everybody to discuss in the comments and stuff. And I know there's a lot of Chevy guys that are going to be like, "Oh, you're full of shit," and this and that. But the fact is, guys, is that I'm not sitting here dogging Chevrolet, because they do make a beautiful truck. They make a good riding truck. But I think that they all three make a pretty similar compatible truck. But Ford is just made to work. The frames are heavier. The engines have more power, and they pull better. And that's all it is to it. I mean, I know from experience. And I drive four-wheel drives. You know, I hunt, I fish. I always drive a four-wheel drive. But when it comes to pulling and power, raw power, it's Ford. I mean, Ford's got it whipped. So, anyway, I'm looking forward to your comments. So, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I know this was just a sit-down video, but there will be better videos to come. I just kind of wanted to get one loaded. If you have a topic you'd like to discuss, let me know in the comments. And thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and leave your comments down in the comment section. I'm looking forward to seeing them. And we'll see y'all on the next video.